Hey everyone, Ito here with a video about something I had no plan on doing, but the fans kind of requested it, and I'm a sucker for anything Mortal Kombat, as you guys know. So I did break down and buy the Mortal Kombat Classic Fight Stick. Let's check it out. Before we get into this review, I just want to say if you haven't checked out my Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition review, which included the Tournament Edition Fight Stick, definitely check it out, as I will be making some references to that version of the Fight Stick. So let's start this review by looking at the box art. The front of the box art is fairly simplistic, but it does get the job done. Right on the front of the box, you'll also see that included with the Fight Stick is the Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection featuring MK1, 2, and 3 in HD graphics. The top of the box gets a little bit more interesting by featuring the original character selection screen, which I have to say looks pretty cool. The back of the box is pretty standard, simply stating some of the features that the arcade stick has. So let's open this box and check out the controller. So opening up the controller, you'll find a USB cable, the Arcade Collection downloadable code, and of course the arcade stick. The arcade stick is designed to be that of the same of the original Mortal Kombat 1 arcade machine. The classic Mortal Kombat logo is shown, as well as the dragons that appeared on the arcade control panel. As the Tournament Edition was, the construction itself feels really well made. The back of the unit features a USB port for the USB controller cable, as well as a golden metal plate featuring the production number of this limited edition controller. Like the previous Tournament Edition stick, this unit also features the memory foam bottom, which makes it feel a lot more comfortable on the player's lap. One thing that has been removed from this controller, unfortunately, is the ability to open it up, as it doesn't even have hinges on the back of the unit. Just like the previous model, PDP went with HAP hardware inside the controller, and cherry switches are used for the buttons and controller. So with that said, the stick handles exactly the same as the Tournament Edition joystick. There's really no difference at all. Also, for those wondering how the MK Arcade Collection is, while I don't want to get into a full review of it, I generally do like it. However, they did change a number of the sound effects. It sounds like they tried upgrading them a little, and it doesn't sound the same as the nostalgic original sounds that we all know and love. Oh, and for those who asked, you can customize the controls in the Arcade Collection. So if you're not a fan of the original arcade control scheme, you can change them. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the Tournament Edition of the arcade stick and the Mortal Kombat Classic arcade stick. Now, since I have an original MK1 arcade machine, I thought it'd be cool to do a side-by-side comparison of the PDP arcade stick graphics and the original arcade control panel. So let's check it out. The first thing I noticed that I think would have been really cool to have on the PDP stick is this Mortal Kombat logo that's centered on the control panel. I think that would have looked really cool if they had, like, even, you know, obviously a smaller one centered right there. The other thing I noticed is that the dragons on the PDP stick are a little bit more narrow. Not only that, they're actually on the top where the arcade control panel had them on the bottom, and their tails are obviously going in separate directions. Not a bad thing, but definitely different. Another thing is that the PDP stick has high punch, block, high kick, low kick, all the directions and commands actually spelled out. The original arcade control panel had stick figures depicting the moves and the commands. Now this isn't 100% inaccurate, because the kit version of Mortal Kombat 1 that was bought by arcade owners to convert other games into Mortal Kombat 1 did actually have everything spelled out. This is an actual control panel from a kit. So that's different. Now, obviously MK1 didn't have a run button, so that does look a little bit off using these graphics. This is for a purist, really, having the run button with these graphics on this control panel. But they actually did a pretty good job by extending the line around the extra button. They also did it up here with the L2 select start buttons. So they did a really good job with, you know, fixing that design, extending the line. It makes it look a little bit more natural. So it does look pretty good. It's not 100% accurate, but fans, I think, will dig it. Can I really recommend this arcade stick? Well, it is kind of pricey. It is $129.99, which is expensive. It is a very big, very sturdy, good quality controller though. But with the tournament edition of the game still kind of available for $149.99, and that includes the stick and the game, you do feel like you're getting ripped off a little. Not to mention that the controller, the tournament edition of the controller, is available for $129.99 as well. And that is a better controller than this because it has the hinge and the latch. You can open this, I believe. There are 3 little plastic pieces on the front and the back that hide screws. Right there and there. They're not the easiest. They're really in there, really good, and I actually broke one of them trying to get it off. So for me, it's too big of a hassle to open this up and change out the components. And people are probably going to disagree with me with this. I never had a problem with the default stick and buttons in this. I just never had a problem. So for me, it's not really worth opening up. But it is a very limited controller. They're only making 6,000 of these, and it is a GameStop exclusive. The store I went to only got one in today. A couple of the other stores I checked, they got one. I think one might have gotten 3, but there's not a lot of these floating around. They do have it on GameStop's website, so your best bet is to probably try to grab it there. But with that said, any questions, comments, feedback, hit me up at the RetrowareTV.com website. Hit me up in the forums or toss me an email and let me know what you think. Until next time, guys. No? Alright. Okay, thou shalt play Mortal Kombat!
Okay, who's getting a little punchy now?
Alright.